Hello everyone and welcome to Rehab Chronicles. This is day one of my chronicles of the alcohol experiment, the 30-day challenge to quit drinking by Annie Grace, and the companion book to This Naked Mind. There's a link to that website in the description below. And since this is the first time that I'll be doing this, it's going to be a trial and error process and will probably hopefully become more refined as I go along. And just a brief synopsis of the fundamental philosophy or process that Annie Grace has developed in this book. She calls it the ACT technique. It's an acronym. So the first step is awareness. It's where you name your belief. In the context of alcohol, this is your conscious reason for drinking. One of the examples she gives is alcohol relaxes me. And then step 2, C, clarity. That's the process of discovering why you believe it and where it originated. And then 3, T, for turnaround. That's where you rewire your subconscious desires for whatever it is you feel addicted to. So day one, these days I'll start off with a quote. I'll read the quote and then I'll skip to my journaling portion where I bear all and hopefully don't embarrass myself too much in the process. So this quote is by Bob Moad. The best day of your life is the one on which you decide your life is your own. No apologies or excuses. No one to blame. The gift is yours. It is an amazing journey and you alone are responsible for the quality of it. This is the day your life really begins. And so after reading through the chapter, the journal questions go like this. Why you drink? Your big list. Reflect and read over each reason you wrote down. How do they make you feel? What reasons do you wish weren't there? If you could take an eraser to your brain and change some of these reasons and thoughts, would you? And I've got to pause there to explain that I was in jail for 40 days and my girlfriend, who is super amazing, I think she might be an angel in disguise most of the time, she sent me This Naked Mind. It's the second time she's bought me a copy of that book. The first time I actually read it. And within 2 weeks, I could already feel an enormous change. And I wouldn't salivate at the thought of a shot of whiskey. And long before I got out of jail, I was no longer having cravings. And if I did, Annie Grace had helped me distinguish craving from wanting and not wanting something. So I do not feel like I have a desire to drink. I do feel like God has taken away that desire from me. And if I have a craving, then I just pray for God to remove the desire. And I continue to add things to my toolbox for those moments of weakness and temptation. And this is what I wrote on my big list. Force of habit, holding pattern, fills the very same creativity deficit it created. A 20-minute buzz, taste, wine, the occasional IPA, accentuate a nicotine buzz, gets rid of shakes and irritability it also created, and fear of change. So, journal question number 2, what's your why? Why do I want to take part in the alcohol experiment? Why do I want to take a break from alcohol or actually discontinue drinking it entirely? I wrote, it hurts all of my relationships, triple underline, causes mind fog, holds me back from being above average, prohibits, not inhibits, learning, makes me feel and believe I am dumb, which feeds hopelessness, despair, low self-esteem. Can't work out on any alcohol, not even one beer. It just makes me sick to try. I'd like to do this to prove it to myself that I can, because if you've ever been in the throes of addiction, it is almost impossible in the very beginning to imagine your life without whatever your substance is. And it's amazing how quickly that hopelessness and despair can be turned around with just the right input and very minimal willpower, which we may get to later because Annie Grace has a lot to say about willpower and its role in combating your own addictions. So higher earning potential, to be able to be someone's father. That would be Oliver, my girlfriend's kid, and then hopefully another child. I asked her what the kid's name would be, and she said Hanukkah, and I said, how do you know it's a girl? Probably be twins with my luck. So I can read and read enjoyably. Better smelling breath, eliminate social stigmas. Now I've been blessed to be able to get on a job this first week in the program, and I keep having these moments at work where I'm up close in my boss's personal space, because we're just working together in a warehouse, and I keep getting paranoid and taking a step back and thinking, oh my gosh, she's going to smell the alcohol in my breath. Because when I do step 4 of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I take that moral searching inventory of myself, I realize for a long time, even on my first job as a 16-year-old working at Kung Pao Asian Diner in Texas, I had one of the bosses tell me not to drink. I was 16. I wasn't even old enough to buy alcohol, but I was. And so I've been conditioned to turn my head away when I breathe around my boss, not get in that close personal space. And so even now I'm thinking, wait a second, this is a knee-jerk reaction. All I have is coffee breath, really strong coffee breath. But there's nothing illegal about that. Okay, and so day 1, journal entry 3 says, let's get excited, allow yourself to dream. And this is the part where I put myself in the mindset of 30 days from now. And this is also where, having been through this naked mind and been working the steps already and been in jail for 40 days, where there's not even what they call hooch, that in some places the inmates will make alcohol in the toilet. Even if they did that, I wouldn't have stooped to that level to drink it. So I've been dried out for a while now, and my mind is clear, and I already have that mindset that some people who are starting the alcohol experiment for the first time are still seeking. And I really hope that this helps somebody out there besides just me. So this is what I wrote. I feel serenity, courage, able to live outside a box and stay sober. I am free of all desires to drink and equipped with a toolbox to readily defeat cravings. I now enjoy with pride my ability to calmly process stress and anxiety without reaching for unhealthy coping mechanisms. This in turn feeds confidence, high self-esteem, and daily reinforcement by my mind and body watching me overcome each new day with inner peace, serenity, clarity of purpose, love, compassion. And I no longer experience sobriety as a void. Sobriety becomes me and unleashes my inner animal nature. My primal fire is harnessed in perfect equanimity. That's a good feeling. I haven't felt that since I was a kid. And then just to cap this off with some of the testimonies of other people, day 1 reflections from alcoholexperiment.com. Juliana says, I am sick of alcohol damaging my life in so many ways, including making an idiot of myself, hangovers, feeling violently ill, wasted time and opportunity, horrendous fights with my husband, putting a strain on my marriage, weight gain, no exercise, loosened stomach, way too big an appetite, anxiety, smoking, money, no time. Brian says, today is the first day of the rest of my life. Romero, hey guys, day 1 here, interested to see if my list of reasons why I drink was smaller than my list of reasons why I'm here. I am taking that as a sign that I have more reason to stop than to continue drinking. I have more to gain from being alcohol free. I feel quite motivated by that. And Lisa says, I decided that my life is my own and I am ready to live it the way I want to, and that doesn't include alcohol. Okay, so I will update you later with day 2. I am actually 3 days into this, so tomorrow will be day 4 of this for me. And if it looks like some of the videos are shot back to back, it's because they keep us so busy here. between working and going to meetings. If you're not working, you have to go to meetings all day long. If you are working, you just have to go to the ones when you're off work. And so sometimes there's just not enough time in the day for me to chronicle that day's alcohol experiment video. And if you enjoyed this, thanks and stay tuned.